In today's class, we are going to look at the concept of how do you measure the performance of a store or the success of a store or the retail performance. We look at 5 essential or key metrics for measuring retail performance. We look at the customer traffic, retail conversion rate, the items per purchase, the average purchase value, and the gross margin. We know that gross margin is, as we know in terms of finance, is selling price minus cost of goods sold. But what exactly is gross margin and how does it hold value in terms for the retailer? Not just as a formula that we study and calculate. Customer traffic. First key point, you need to have traffic, you need to have customers coming into your store. So every customer who comes into a store is nothing but a traffic. So traffic of one. If you have one store per customer coming in, its traffic value is one. More the number of people coming in, more is the traffic. So that's simple as that. It's nothing but there's no formula attached in that. So all your decisions that a retailer would take based on the number of customers. More is the footfall of customers, he can spend more amount of money, but he can't just stand there. The next metric matters more. It's not that people coming into your store, he has to convert the people coming into the store. So if he has more number of people coming in, he knows that okay, now it's time to do more amount of promotion, more amount of positioning, more amount of pricing strategy. I have to not just attract people to come into my store, but I have to also attract people once they are within the store to do a purchase. So all of those factors also matter given in there. The more potential customers, the more money he can put in. He need to pay attention to number of visitors and even to the number of loyal customers he needs to identify. Okay. Conversion is nothing but how many people came to my store and out of that how many purchased. So if the conversion ratio or the percentage would be the number of transactions divided by the customer traffic. This is for the total store conversion ratio for any particular day. If you're looking at conversion by day, conversion by week, then you will do it for a week. And that would be a conversion percentage. And higher is the conversion, better is my profit. Because I'm doing more number of transactions, I'm doing more sales. So this is at a store level. Average sale, the next metric, or the average purchase value. Now, I'm not looking at an average sale by per customer. That's not going to help me with for store performance. I'm looking at the formula given there. Average sales order value is equal to total sales value divided by the number of transactions. This is for overall, not sales per customer, but overall total sales value divided by number of transactions. How much money does an average customer spend on checkout? That will give you an average sale value. I hope that's clear. Okay. This will give me productivity. The average sales order value will give me the amount of productivity value as a store. Not just conversion, but also the conversion is number of transactions the customer. Okay, people came in, people purchased. Okay, good. It's not that people came and people went out. People came, people purchased. That's a good figure. I'm converting. But how much am I converting? That value also should be more. If they are purchasing more expensive products, I'm able to push that. That's a better profitability. Items per purchase. This also matters. It's not just the value of value purchased, but also the amount, the number of items purchased, size of an average shopping cart. Okay, because that's added revenue. More items sold, more volume selling basically is nothing but more amount of money. Because you are going to consider many other factors here. Look at this. It also considers handling costs like inventory carrying costs, transaction times, value of sales of state. If transaction volumes are low, the number of items may seem insignificant, like a carton of milk equal to an iPad sold. I hope you're able to understand that example. If average prices are going up, okay, the count rises too. but it's better if the item count is slower to rise than the sales value average. It's essential to want to sell for more money, not just sell more. You see the trade-off? At the end of the day, if you have both going in the right figure, you are selling more value and you're selling more, then it's a plus plus. It's a win-win situation. But if you're just selling more but low value items, you may not be able to cover up for the costs on a long run period. Gross margin. Now, gross margin is nothing but your sales profit before cost. It's nothing but what you're trying to is every product has a value and you're adding a margin to it. Every retailer has to add margin because the margin is what the gross margin is what basically every business is living on. The more amount of gross margin you make, the more you'll be able to pay off for the additional cost, everything else. Okay, so rule of thumb as given there, point number 4, set the gross margin so high enough so there's plenty of room to cut back on through discounts. Point 2, product price when sold is equal to product acquiring or making price plus gross margin. So if you look at retailer, this is where retailers can play with your maximum retail price, the MRP. Okay, or give a discount because they get it from the wholesaler at a particular price, and the margin is added and that margin is sold, so they have to make a profit. Everybody has to make a profit. Big Bazaar can add its own cutting cost there and say today's value for this product. Doesn't matter what Rexona is being sold at, what Lux is being sold at, what Dettol is being sold at, but I am selling it to you for this much. As in, I'm giving you a discount. So I'm going low, but I should not go too low because I have to survive. But Big Bazaar can survive because they sell in. Remember the first class we had spoken about one of the ways of making profit in retail business is economies of scale. You have to achieve economies of scale. That's what they achieve. That's all we have for this small short video about key performance metrics. How do you measure the performance of a success of a location?